And welcome back to the Herb Senior Show. We are here and to part two of what is going on in our nation. Folks, I don't know. It seemed like we done died and went to hell or something because, and literally, I mean that. I mean it. You can call me at 901-679-2745 here on the Herb Senior Show. What is going on in our nation? I really can't. I don't know. I'm trying to absorb it, folks. And then here, in last night, 50 people got killed in Orlando, Florida, at this gay nightclub. Now, the views from this president are expressed on the Herb Senior Show, not necessarily the views of the YouTube or Spreaker, but it's my constitutional right. I just don't know. No, I don't really condone the gay lifestyle, but it's not worth dying for. I really, if you want to call in, my number is 901-679-2745, the Herb Senior Show, talking about what is really going on in our nation, part two. What, people? Because let me tell you something. If this nation doesn't get better, then it's really bad. Look, here in Memphis, Tennessee, I listened to the Ben Ferguson show, and he's right about a lot of things about Barack Obama. I'm dead. And I think we have a caller here. Yeah, right. Have a caller here. Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hi, Herb.
Hey, this is Miss Washington. Miss Washington, how you doing?
I'm wonderful. I was listening earlier to your part one and your part two of your show.
Yes.
I'd like to comment on that. About the officer and Bill Street and the killing, and the $10 fee, the assessment fee to get onto the streets after 10 p.m. you mentioned.
Yes.
Well, it doesn't. I don't think it necessarily is discriminatory.
Yes.
But if you have no money to really spend down there and patronize those businesses,
yes,
then I think you should be elsewhere or at home. You have to understand we have a lot of tourists. And when our tourists come to our city, we need to make a positive impression.
Yeah.
We have to keep our... Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Now, I know that we're supposed to... Well, it just seemed like to me that they made it out of a business deal. I mean, was that awful quick for them to do that?
Is that what?
Wasn't that awful quick for them to do that, to set up a $10 fee? I mean, it's like... but before 10 o'clock, they come in there for free, but at 10 o'clock... Anyway, I don't want on the Ben Ferguson show. He said that if they really did that, they said it would be considered racism.
It's not racist. And the reason why it's not racist, you have other races that come down to Bill Street or downtown, period, of other nationalities and races. So it's not necessarily being racist. I feel that if you're wanting to see the city, get out and see the city. But if you're not patronizing some of the restaurants and the small businesses or just the businesses in general, then it's really just not a place for you to just hang out and create havoc. You have to understand, again, Memphis has a bad reputation of the 50 states. We do. We have the killings and what have you. So being that, we have tourists that come out and they have to clutch their purses. This is the image that we've presented to our own city. We're already talking about the violence. We're killing each other during the day. So the tourists, the visitors, and just people in general want that nightlife. So if you're not part of the nightlife, then you really just don't need to be hanging out there, because it is actually a place, when you go to Beale Street, the lighting, the entertainment, it should be peaceful and a place to go and enjoy yourself. You have people that go there with no money, with bad intentions. Now, take a weekend off. Not saying that you've not done this. Take a weekend off and go over to I can't even think of the name. I was just down there the other day riding through Madison Avenue.
Yes.
Madison Avenue is the new Beale Street. So peaceful. So very, very peaceful there. Lots of tourists, a lot of the city's persons walking around. They feel safe. They feel free. There's even a place that I would like to go and walk around, and enjoy the nightlife and the food and the fun there. In peace. When you go to Beale Street, let's look at what you see. A lot of young people cursing, touching on each other. The clothing are very, very revealing. Beale Street was not made for that. It just was not made for that. And we must have a place that we go to that represents our city, and our image, supports that. And it's like an outdoor club when you go downtown to Beale Street. They're
Okay.
shooting, fighting, cursing. Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think most of the violence is being done in Memphis by black young people? Am I correct?
I would, if you go by the statistics, and I've not kept up with the statistics, but from just the views that I do see and hear, there are a lot of young violence going on in the city. Excuse me, a lot of mental illness violence going on in the city by older persons.
Yep.
But I would say the majority, and again, I have not kept up with the statistics, but I'm believing that the majority is young folks. And if you look at the incarceration, crimes are committed mostly by the youth and the young adults, and you go by the statistics of the jail at 201 Poplar and at Jail East. So it speaks for itself. I'm not going to speak against anyone, but some of this stuff that's going on is just, it could be avoided.
Well, I don't care if it was white or Hispanic or Indian. I mean, the majority, what I see now, I don't know what the statistics say, is young black people. Now, changing notes, by this Orlando thing in this gay club, what do you got to say about that, Ms. Washington?
Okay, well, consider Cooper Young. I rarely get to go. It's rare. I mean, it's been a very, very long time gone out to just Parade, Beale Street, Madison Avenue, and even Cooper Young, okay?
Yes.
I have a very, very busy life, so I don't have a nightlife because I'm so busy all day. But that is, I was told, considered a gay and lesbian community there in the Cooper Young. My take on that is there's a particular area there. So I assume somebody's just going to go and shoot it up because it's gay and lesbian. If people will just mind their business and get out of other people's business as to who is doing who, we will all get along.
Yeah, that's right.
Taking it personal.
Yeah, yes, but see, it's a lot of lunatics out there. I personally don't condone the gay life, but I don't want to go and kill the people. So you have some lunatics out there would definitely just blow folks away for no reason at all. I mean, because they're gay. If they're gay, well, like I say, I don't condone it, but that's between them and God. But I don't want to go and kill anybody because they say they're gay.
I'm not condoning. I'm a neutral person,
Right.
and I'm not condoning anything. I'm generally speaking about people
Yes.
minding their business, because I guarantee you, killing is just as wrong as, watch this, as being gay to the next person. So you're saying that it's not you, but in general, it's wrong to be gay, but it's okay to kill someone. Neither one of those.
No, no. I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's not. What I'm saying, it's not good. It's not right to kill anyone. Okay.
I'm not saying that you're saying that, but I'm giving you an example. The person that's committing the crime is saying that being gay is wrong. Okay, well, committing the crime is wrong.
Right. No,
This is
but
what I'm saying.
yeah,
And,
but see, I don't want you to misunderstand. Excuse me, I don't want you to misunderstand me. I'm not saying kill them because no. I'm saying they didn't have a right to die because they were gay.
exactly. And this is, again, where it comes down to people minding their own business.
Yes.
Another example. You have people that eat meat. You have people that don't eat meat. Okay? I literally witnessed years and years ago a vegetarian having so much hate in a person that was sitting in a restaurant eating chitlins.
Huh?
I literally, this was years ago, I mean many, many years ago. I witnessed that. This person is eating pork, and this vegetarian hated that. And it was like a sin to this person. And so my point is, if people would just mind their business, because I guarantee you, the guy that shot the gay in the gay nightclub had some very issues of his own that we probably never knew anything about.
Well, his
And it may not have been that he was gay, but I guarantee you he had issues. He's a murderer.
Right.
And so, yeah. So one does not outweigh the other. In the end, the gays have to face the Lord, and the murderers have to face the Lord, and they will be judged.
You're right. Now on the Ben Ferguson show, they said that I heard a clip from the guy who shot those gay people down there. His ex-wife said that she was married to him for 4 months. 4 months into the marriage was literally a hellhole. Okay, so this guy had issues before he even, all along. But I'm just
he had anger issues.
yes, anger issues.
Yes, but they were not mental issues. And so he probably had planned to do this and was angry. But I assume, would pretend to have a mental illness so that he could get off from this crime. And you'll see some of that. You'll hear about some of that. Well, they were depressed. They were this. They were that. A lot of that is stemming from anger,
Right.
not necessarily mental issues. Because he may just been an abusive person. Just because you're abusive and you're angry does not mean you're mental.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So a lot of them try to get off and they go and do crazy things and have crazy personalities, but it's all a part of their planning.
Let me ask you a question about Memphis. Do you, as a human being, do you fear when you go out shopping or? I mean, I hear so much thing on the media negative about Memphis. It seems like it's just a dangerous city, isn't it, Miss Debbie?
I'm assuming that anywhere you go is dangerous, and I know this. My cousin is in Texas, and en route home, a guy took a switchblade and cut her strap off her purse, and
Wow.
immobile. So it's not just there. There's a lot of things going on in a lot of cities. It's just not publicized as much as Memphis. We are on a roller coaster here in Memphis. We really are. We don't have enough police officers. Let me also speak of this. You have Elvis Mansion, and you go there and you ride through Whitehaven there, and you see all kinds of tourists, not just white. You see white, black, Japanese. It's all nationalities walking Beale Street. Those people are in peace. They're walking and they're touring. It's peaceful. It's clean. It's clear. When you go to Beale Street, you don't get that. And I don't know if it's the alcohol and the music. Right? You go down to Madison. Just take a weekend and go to all three locations.
Well,
Madison is a pretty much persona of when you. It's another Beale Street. It's just a cleaner version of it.
but for instance, like I mean, what I'm about to say didn't happen in Memphis. These policemen about 3 or 4 years ago were just sitting around. I think it was about 3 or 4 men police, maybe one woman police, and this guy came in McDonald's, just started shooting unaware. It could be peaceful, and then all of a sudden it seemed like all hell break loose for no reason at all. It just, I was wondering, is there any city in the United States where there is very little crime? Do you know of any place like that, Miss Debbie?
It is not just the city. It is the person. The person is the object and the target. I mean, it's like a bullet.
Yes.
Today, I'm sitting here, I'm fine.
Yes.
All right, 6 hours later, I want to go shoot somebody. So I go get a gun, I go out, and bam, bam. It has nothing to do with the city. It has something to do with the inner person and their thinking. Officers are to serve and protect. They're not always on their P's and Q's when they're sitting in a McDonald's because they feel they even are in a safe environment. They're sitting there, they're congregating, they're eating, and all of a sudden somebody just comes out with a weapon and starts shooting. We can't blame the officers because, well, they should always be posted and ready, but there comes a time when even they have to have a break. And it's sometimes when they have that break when tragedy happens and strikes. So there is no perfect time. That means that those officers have to mentally be ready 24/7. And when the mind is overworked, the body is going to be overworked.
So you're
So be aware of the surroundings at all times. But if you don't know somebody's walking in McDonald's with a gun, you just can't. You can try to be quick and fast about taking the person down. But even a police officer could be caught off guard. Because they're human.
Yes, I understand. Did you hear about this man? I think it happened last week. I think a week ago today. He killed his girlfriend in front of her children. He took the car, and I don't know if you heard about that or not, but it's just so much. So, getting back to what we were talking about. So, you're saying there really isn't any safety place, right? It depends on the person, right?
It depends on the person. Like right now, you and I are talking.
Yes.
Someone could be angry at their wife, leave out of the house, and it doesn't even have to be in Memphis. It could be in Seattle, Washington.
Yes.
It could be in Oklahoma, but I think you're stemming around the concurrent tragedies that are happening. The guy got shot in South Memphis, another one in North Memphis. Up the street, a car got stolen.
Oh,
Those
Jesus.
types of incidents back to back is what makes your city sad. But
Yes.
that's not all that goes on because you have people that have inner demons that just decide to get up and just go do stuff. It's not your city. It's just that particular person.
Okay. I think yes. I think a lot of this drug stuff, crack cocaine, has a lot to do with it. Well, Miss Debbie, I think the crack people on drugs, and then you have some people that's ran out of their medication and they start clicking. You understand me?
Well, I don't. Let me tell you this. I'm so busy a lot
Yes.
that I rarely get the chance to sit in front of this television.
Yes.
So I get the secondhand information when people are talking, and the officer, I knew of him through the years in passing. He was a very nice, humble gentleman, and I tell you, I had heard about it, but it was 2 days later when I was actually standing in a place where I saw his face on the television. That's when I realized who it actually was.
Well,
yeah. Because I was busy, and it's sad, and it was very touching because I knew that person.
Yes, it's very sad. All right, Miss Washington, I hope we have you on again. I really enjoyed your input on this subject, what's going on in our nation.
Well, you're very quite welcome, and any time, and when I'm notified that you're coming on live, I will definitely try to tune in and call in and give my comments, and I enjoy your show.
Okay, then. All right.
And thank you for.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Miss Debbie Washington, and she soon will, the Lord will have a show here on Spreaker. Folks, I just, it's kind of, I would ask Miss Washington, I said, is there any other place that I could go where there's no crime? And she gave me a nice answer. She said, it's not really the place, it's the individual. So I can have a place in Little Rock or somewhere in North Carolina or Las Vegas that's peaceful, but you have a maniac there. And what can we do to help bring peace to our nation? Peace in Memphis. And when I walk out the door, and I'm a grown man, no, I'm a man, it's I have to constantly look behind my shoulders. I have to constantly look, who's somebody watching me, or when some guy passed me while I'm walking, I just be kind of cautious, and nothing happens. But the very thing, what happens, let me tell you one thing. When you have an incident happen to you, if you drive, which I don't drive, then you have to, when you get out your car, especially women, especially men too, but especially women, don't just get out your car and, hey, I'm going to a Walmart and shop. I told a friend of mine, when you get out and shop at Walmart, either carry your grown son with you. Don't just get out, get your man on what you're doing, because somebody's watching you. Somebody's watching, there she is, and go and snatch your purse. And sometimes they'll shoot and kill you. Now, I remember there was an incident that happened here in Memphis. This woman worked at the post office. I'm sure you all may have seen on WMC TV Channel 5. That she was going to the post office at the ATM. At the ATM, she worked at the post office. Her mother told her, said, look, ma'am, whatever her name was, be careful, it's dangerous there. I don't have any money. I went there, and when she deposited some money out the ATM machine, the guy shot her while she was trying to pull off. And she's dead now. It's not worth your life. Even if you own a business, I don't care if it's a restaurant or a clothing business, whatever. You have to have a sharp eye and watch who comes into your store, because there's a lot of maniacs out there. Now, do you remember? This just happened a few days ago. This woman that played on The Voice, and I forgot her name, she was just beginning her career, and her ex-boyfriend came and shot her while she was greeting the fan. And I thought that woman was in the hospital, but the latest update news says she's dead. She died from that gunshot wound. Yes. Her ex-boyfriend. So you have to be careful who you date. You have to be careful who you marry. And like Miss Washington said, She said it don't mean that they have a mental problem. They just have an anger problem, which is quite different. Either way, you're dead or some bodily harm to you. So what do? Do you date a person, or do you just don't date nobody at all? You know, unless you like being alone. I'm talking about when you are a single person, not married or separated. Whatever. And you have to be careful of who you get involved with. Not only involved with, even if you catch the bus like I do because of my eye impairment, I have to be careful early in the morning, people. I see people driving fast. I would try to cross the street one day at night, early in the morning. This guy act like he did not want to slow down, people. YouTubers, Facebookers, Twitters, my listeners. This guy did not want to slow down. What is going on in our nation? Is there a solution? Now, do you remember when you was growing up in arithmetic or mathematics in high school? They had a problem, but in the back of the book, solution. So what is the solution to the crime here in Memphis, Tennessee? What is the solution to this nation's problems of people shooting people at Columbine, shooting people at gay clubs, shooting people at churches? I mean, this guy just last year, this guy walked in the church and they was at Bible study, people reading the Lord's word. Listen to what I'm talking about. Facebookers, Twitters, YouTubers, Google Plusers. He was in there for an hour and somebody said, I started not to do it. But he killed, I think, about 8 or 9 people. That was so sad. What is going on in our nation, people? What is the solution? See, we can stand back and say, oh my God, more than 50 people died down at the gay bar. Oh my God, he went in the church and killed 9 people. Oh my God. Well, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? You're going to stand back and continually to hear and see and hear somebody have died? Somebody got ran over by a car? Miss Watson said she knew the guy that died down there. And one of the witnesses said it knocked the man 10 feet in the air and he knocked his shoe off. What a trash. Come on, Memphis. We need to do something. And she's right. Miss Washington right about the $10 fee. Yes, that should stop some of the crime, but it's not going to stop all of it. Because the young people are going to constantly come down there. The people constantly come down there. And I guarantee you, in the morning, you cut it on WREC AM 600. And I'm not throwing a plug for them, but cut on their talk radio station. And I guarantee you somebody done got shot. I guarantee somebody shot their mom, choked their girlfriend, stabbed their girlfriend. What in the world? Everything is gone. Gone. When I say gone, people, it's like Memphis is gone. We are noted for being a notorious city. A dangerous city. The economy is good. And by the way, if you need an air conditioner for your home or your residence, then call the American Refrigeration and Heating and Air Conditioning Company of Memphis, Tennessee. The number is 901-743-7200. And to speak to Mr. Alan Smith or Chris Smith or Michael Hollowell or Larry Tola. And they would install a professional. I mean, these guys have been in business for the last 50 plus years. And believe me, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They sell Carrier products. To me, it's the best products in air conditioning. So call Larry Toda at 901-743-7200 or Alan Smith, Chris Smith, or Michael Hollowell. And they will set you up with a central unit, whatever you need for your business or your residence. Now let's get back to our show, the Herb Senior Show. What's going on in our nation, people? Why is there so much killing and robbery and raping and oh Jesus, what is, man? Sometimes I just wish I could fly. You know, the scripture said, David said, "Oh, that I had wings like a dove, I could fly away and be at peace." I told a friend of mine about this. Where can I go? She said, "Well, you can go to the North Pole." She said, "You can go to the North Pole." Now, Miss Debbie didn't say that. Now, another friend of mine, so don't y'all say, yeah, Miss Debbie said you can go to the North Pole. No, Miss Debbie didn't say that, people. Stop it. Another friend of mine in Memphis, I'm not gonna call her name, okay? And I was saying, is there a place I can go there's no crime? She said, yeah, go to the North Pole or go to the South Pole and freeze your butt to death. Yeah. I just want to go somewhere where there's no crime, Miss Debbie. I want to go somewhere where, when I cut my radio on, I don't hear no bad news. Because, see, what you hear in your ear goes to your spirits, people. Miss Debbie, they're going to stop me to preaching up in here. Be careful what you hear. Be careful what you hear, people. Man, it gets so tough here in Memphis, Tennessee, folks. It seems like to me we done died and went to hell. So this is hell, but it's not. No, married couples can't get along. What in the world? Boyfriend and girlfriend fighting, stabbing one another. What? Stop it! Huh? Man, they're gonna give me the preaching up in here, Miss Debbie. I'm telling you. And then when you go home, somebody done broke in your doggone house and stole your big screen TV. What? Or somebody done threw eggs on your nice car, or split your tires with all fours on flat, or done jack your car and stole all your tires off your car. Man, stop that, Memphis. I heard of one lady one time, folks. She had somehow to her car stole it. They found it. All four tires gone. You understand me? People molesting little children. Stop that, guy. People standing on corners beg. I know some people need help. Some people are without no job. I understand that, but they got some people. It's this guy used to. I was catching the bus and he was dirty and limping and all greasy. Asked for money. I said, "Guy, there's a temporary server over there. I don't want to work no temporary job, minimum wage job. I got more money than what you think I got." I said, "Oh, excuse me." I mean, he literally, people got hot at me like he want to fight because I told him about work. See, he want to make money the easy way. Some of these people are what? Are deceivers and greed for money. These peddlers. I'm going to make me a show about that one day, Miss Debbie. Memphis peddlers. What are you... look, if you're able to get out there and beg and walk with one lip and hold a sign up saying, "I work for food," or "I need money," why can't you go and work for a job over there at the temporary service? "No, I don't want no temporary service job. I got more money than what you think I got." I mean, folks, hey, Tumblr friends, Facebookers, he literally got upset and mad at me. He got mad at me. Google Plusers. Speaking of my speaker listeners, the guy got mad at me like he want to fight. I said, "Excuse me, guy. Man. What's going on in our nation? What's going? And then, man, I hear about politics. They talk about Donald Trump now trying to get Hillary for president. Look, folks. All this talk, but once they get in office, are they going to do what they say? What's going on in our nation? What's going on in our streets of Memphis, Tennessee? Then you got the crack cocainers, man. You got some people on Herman, and it seems like it's just a godless society we living in. Now they done started me to preaching, Miss Debbie. A godless society. Nobody cares about nobody. You know, another thing too. I like I say, I don't drive, so I have to get up and walk where I have to go or catch the bus. And one night it was like 1:30 in the morning. No, this is gonna blow your man what I'm talking about. So I went to the store. I had been seeing this old lady. She's bent over, about 85 years old. And I said, "What are you doing out at 1:30 in the morning, woman?" "Sir, I'm trying to get something to eat. I'm hungry." I said, "Okay, I'll be back in 3 minutes." I went and got her 2 loaves of bread and some sardines. Because, I didn't get paid, and, I was kind of around a little money at that particular time. And I said, "Now, look, you take," and when I started walking out there, Miss Debbie, it was pouring like, whoa, real hard. And I said to myself, "I hope she's still up there." She was there up there. She was there. I gave her this sardines, and "Here, ma'am, take this here." I said, "Now, the next time I see you, I'm going to give you some money." And I meant that, too, because when I went up there the second time, there was a guy just standing there. People don't care. You ain't tell that's an old woman next to you, and 9 times out of 10, at least you could have $2, man. So the next time Friday came, I tapped on the shoulder. She didn't know I was there. I said, "Didn't I tell you that I'm going to give you some money next time?" She said, "Yes." Gave her $10. She was so happy. See, but a lot of people wouldn't have done that for her. A lot of people remember say, "I'm not giving no old lady. I need my money for myself." See, that's why most of these people are in a hard time, because they don't want to do what God said, and they're very mean to a hateful, and they just don't care worth a penny, and that ain't the word for it. I'm telling you. Yeah. I guarantee you I could have radio on, and you would guarantee you cut it on channel 3 in the morning, cut it on channel 5 in the morning, and see what you see. You cut the radio on AM 600 and hear what you hear. Man, I'm so sick of this crazy folk. Want you people in Memphis stop that stuff? I mean, what? Folk argue. Sometimes I wake up at nighttime and I hear these man and woman arguing. What are you doing 4 o'clock in the morning? Just doing. What are you doing, people? I'm trying to sleep so I can go to work in the morning. And they here arguing at 3 o'clock in the morning. Calling them one other MF, you, blah, 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 you so on. I said, stop. I said to myself, because I better not sit there, because I might get a bullet shot through here. But I said to myself, stop it, Memphians. 201 Popular, stop it. Can't you guys and women think of something more positive to do than to just act a fool in Memphis? Always on TV, always. Oh my God. I'm telling you one thing. Facebook is like a drama queen. Yeah. Like Bill Street down, Miss Washington said, you heard her say earlier about Madison Square over Madison. I've never been there, but it's quite peaceful. But how you know a gunman may come through there and shoot everybody up? They know the death they died in. They didn't know. This is the Herb Senior Show. I appreciate you. Can email me at WLFCORG@gmail.com or call me at 901-679-2745. We're streaming worldwide out of the beautiful city of Memphis, Tennessee. Worldwide broadcast.